In this new world of social distancing and possible reduced capacity on board cruise ships, we'll examine the trend of cruise lines adding new cabins to existing ships during refurbishment. And that's coming up on Talking Cruise. Hi, I'm Chris Cardona. Over the last decade, with the booming growth of the cruise industry, cruise lines have sought new ways of increasing revenue with the introduction of additional at-cost services and venues, while also increasing capacity of existing ships. During a time when we've seen some incredible features being added during dry docks, most cruise lines also took the opportunity to transform once public space into staterooms or add rooms wherever feasible to get more paying guests on board. In this video, I'll provide some examples from recent dry docks, share my insight into how this has affected the onboard experience, and if this practice of bumping capacity will change in the future. Virtually every major cruise ship refurbishment over the past several years has increased ship capacity with the addition of new accommodations. With cruise ships typically entering dry dock every few years as is required, some cruise ships' capacity have increased during multiple dry docks. As you can imagine, larger cruise ships have more opportunities to add capacity, which has been the case with Royal Caribbean's Oasis-class ships. In 2014, Oasis of the Seas received a 14-day dry dock where several new venues were introduced and a total of 38 staterooms and 6 suites were added. In 2019, Oasis went back into dry dock for a massive 63-day amplification. This time, she received major new enhancements introduced on newer sister ships, including the Ultimate Abyss Slide, Perfect Storm water slides, Splashaway Bay, and several new dining, entertainment venues, and activities. Once again, they took the opportunity to add another 55 staterooms and 2 suites. Between the 2014 and 2019 dry docks, Oasis of the Seas added a minimum of another 202 guests at double occupancy, with most of the new rooms added to unused space or by reconfiguring larger suites. That might not seem like a lot given the size of the Oasis-class ships, but that's more people in the same amount of space as before. Like I mentioned earlier, sometimes cruise lines try to shoehorn new rooms into once empty or even unused space. In other instances, new capacity comes at the sacrifice of public spaces on board. Removing a show lounge or reducing the size of the fitness center are just 2 real-life examples of how cruise lines have reutilized spaces to add more capacity. During Carnival Cruise Line's 2019 $200 million transformation of the Carnival Triumph into Carnival Sunrise, the entire Deck 3 level of the main show lounge was removed and replaced with 42 new staterooms. On Deck 5, the entire aft section, including the Venezia Lounge, Big Easy Piano Bar, and Club Rio Lounge, were all replaced with 51 staterooms and 2 suites. Lastly, on Deck 11 forward, Camp Ocean and the Salon were replaced with another 7 rooms. If you're keeping count, that's at least 200 more guests on board with a substantial loss in public space. One major benefit that we've seen from the addition of new staterooms on board cruise ships is an array of unique categories that in many cases affords guests incredible, never-before experienced views. Some of my favorites include the Ocean View panoramic suites added to Royal Caribbean's Voyager and Freedom class ships. These large, forward-facing rooms on Deck 12 accommodate 6 guests and feature wrap-around floor-to-ceiling windows, 1.5 baths, a bunk room, and over 400 square feet. I've also enjoyed the junior suites added to Deck 11 during the 2019 dry dock of Navigator of the Seas. While the room itself is a decent size, it's the massive 260 square foot balcony with forward and side views that is truly awesome. While not offering a true view, the interior with virtual balcony rooms added to Explorer, Navigator, and Voyager of the Seas are a great alternative for the budget-conscious that want more than a regular interior stateroom. Accommodations that I hope to experience at some point include the Captain Suites found on certain Carnival cruise ships. These suites feature a separate master bedroom with ensuite bathroom, large living areas, second full bathroom, and a large balcony located right above the bridge wing. I'm also very interested in the newly added Ultimate Panoramic Suites on Oasis of the Seas. These suites feature 3 sides of floor-to-ceiling windows, master bedroom including an ensuite bath with a view, and large living room with a second half bath. On board many cruise ships, the additional capacity can be absorbed through existing public spaces without making the ship feel more crowded. The impact of the worldwide pandemic will absolutely change the way the cruise lines plan for future new builds and dry docks, and will probably see many new ship orders reduced and refurbishments scaled back. So does this mean the cruise lines will not add any more rooms to existing ships? I think the opportunity to add more revenue on each sailing by increasing capacity is not going to change, as it's a relatively inexpensive way to grow passenger counts without the need for an entirely new build. Thanks for watching. My recent experiences on board refurbished ships with increased capacity has been positive, but a balance must be kept by adding new venues at the same time. Don't forget to like this video, post your comments and questions, and subscribe for more Talking Cruise.